Good day, everyone. Welcome to Real Conservative News Update. I'm your host, Nathaniel Rajkumar. Today, I'm highlighting news from the island of Barbados. Barbados is currently executing a strategic shift toward agricultural resilience and trade expansion. Just imagine that, a small island like that, even considering trade as well when it pertains to agriculture. Driven by a new partnership between the Ministry of Agriculture and Food and Nutritional Security and Export, Barbados. You see what I'm saying? Exporting your products as well. This collaboration centers on establishing an export certified packing house, a critical infrastructure project designed to standardize local produce for international markets, which needs to meet a very high standard. By ensuring that homegrown goods meet rigorous sanitary requirements, the facility directly bridges the gap between Barbadian farmers and overseas buyers. The project aligns with the government's broader food security agenda, which aims to reduce the island's high food import bill. You need to become self-sufficient as much as possible, no matter which country you belong to, whether it's Trinidad and Tobago here. Look at what Guyana is doing, really investing a lot of money into agriculture. Just what day it was, President Irfan Ali gave a lot of money to the rice farmers who were struggling for quite a while in Guyana. So the project aligns with the government's broader food security agenda, which aims to reduce the island's high food import bill. And you're not hearing them saying anything about Ghana yam, as though the Ghana yam could reduce the import bill. They're talking about food in general. I have nothing against yam, though. Don't get me wrong. It's just the politics behind Rowley's foolish statement. And cushion the economy against global supply chain vulnerabilities. The momentum behind this initiative was highlighted by Minister Dr. Chantal Monroe-Knight during the Hunan Barbados Agriculture Technology Cooperation Project. This bilateral venture with Chinese agricultural experts recently celebrated a major proof of concept: the successful cultivation and harvesting of the island's first local rice crop. Yes, people, small island like Barbados. But that's wonderful news to hear, signaling that Barbados can diversify its traditional crop yields into vital staples. Good news once again coming out from Barbados. From under the Mia Mottley administration. And that is good. And at the end of the day, even though I say this quite often, that Mia Mottley is very woke, to say, if you want to call her woke, a globalist, but she's governing her country quite well. So you can't be just studying who woke and who not woke and whatsoever, you know. Most important thing is that you are serving your country the way you should. Your policies are benefiting the citizens of your country. As long as she doesn't start to push any sort of extreme, radical, far-left type of evil policies into her country, which I don't know. If it is, I do more research into Barbados, and I hear, well, she's promoting any sort of extremely far-left, radical type of policies, the alphabet soup type of policies in Barbados, then I will definitely condemn those things. But when it pertains to just in general, the style of governance seems to be quite good, quite acceptable to her population, and that's why they continue to vote for her in overwhelming numbers.
China has been a friend of Barbados, I think, for over 50 years. And that partnership and cooperation has been deep and extremely valued. Yeah? And this particular cooperation in relation to agriculture comes at a moment when Barbados, and I would suggest the rest of the Caribbean, is facing challenges related to the particular global context that we find ourselves in currently. It makes the moment, therefore, especially important. I was saying to Ambassador Van Kai is that we have a perfect storm. A perfect storm. The global context, climate change, what is happening with supply side constraints, and the reality of our own internal constraint as a small island state, again with small island of Barbados as well, means that we are caught in a frame in which we have an imperative to be able to grow, produce more, to feed ourselves, but which then those constraints create a hamper and a box that we need to be able to make sure that we can grow out of and acknowledge. This cooperation, as was said before, is not just about this harvest that we will see here, but it identifies the commitment of Barbados to making sure that we have partnerships that work and partnerships that deliver. And when we talk about the issue of food security and perhaps food insecurity, more so than more important. This project, the Upland Rice Harvest, as we've heard from the acting CEO of the BADMC, has been a phased process of cooperation and work that has built technical capacity directly for farmers. The partners have worked with us to make sure that we build capacity for farmers, providing informed training, demonstration, so that we have capacity that is built that will move beyond what was delivered in the first phase. The commercial growth of this rice harvest means that we offer to Barbados the potential again for the actual very real and practical delivery. One, diversification agriculture, but more important is helping us potentially to reduce our imports. That is the promise and commitment that the Ministry of Agriculture is intending to deliver. I cannot say to you that from this year or even next year that we will be able to replace totally all of the imports, and particularly the imported rice. But I do say to you that where we are today is not where we were 2 years before. Where we are today represents progress. It represents commitment. It represents delivery. It represents a pathway to scale even more. The government, this Ministry of Agriculture, in collaboration with Export Barbados and the Food Science Centre, is intending to build over the next 3 to 4 months an export-ready pack house that will allow us to be able to scale and, importantly, be able to look for export markets beyond even the region. We are intending as well to make sure that we have a certified pack house at Groves, again to enhance our export potential.
Weather report for Trinidad and Tobago on Thursday, July 9, 2026. The weather in Trinidad and Tobago for Thursday, July 9, 2026 will be mostly cloudy and breezy with thunderstorms and occasional showers. High temperatures will reach 28 degrees Celsius to 29 degrees Celsius, dropping to a low around 24 degrees Celsius at night. Due to an approaching tropical wave, there is a medium 40% chance of heavy downpours that could trigger street or flash flooding. A mild concentration of Saharan dust will also be present in the atmosphere. The Trinidad and Tobago Meteorological Service warns that gusty winds up to 50 km per hour and localized street or flash flooding may occur during intense downpours. Individuals with respiratory sensitivities or allergies should take necessary health precautions due to the mild haze. Seas are forecast to be moderate with waves reaching up to 2.5 meters in open waters and becoming choppy around heavier shower activity. Bible quote of the day. 1 Samuel 2:1-5. Hannah's prayer of praise. Hannah gives thanks to God after he answered her prayer for a son, Samuel. Her prayer celebrates how God reverses human circumstances, humbling the proud and lifting up the lowly. My heart rejoices in the Lord. In the Lord my horn is lifted high. My mouth boasts over my enemies. For I delight in your deliverance. There is no one holy like the Lord. There is no one besides you. There is no rock like our God. Do not keep talking so proudly. Or let your mouth speak such arrogance. For the Lord is a God who knows. And by him deeds are weighed. The bows of the warriors are broken. But those who stumbled are armed with strength. Those who were full hire themselves out for food. But those who were hungry are hungry no more. She who is barren has borne 7 children. But she who has had many sons pines away.
Folks, that brings us to the end of today's news update. Thanks again to everyone who continues to support my content. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe. Stay blessed and stay safe most of all. In Jesus' name.